Welcome to Jagee's Cookbook. I'm going to feature something very, very special for you because, when we go to restaurants and different places, usually when we go for pastas and things like that, or soups, we actually order for garlic bread, and everyone loves garlic bread. And I'm going to show you how exactly to make it at home. And if you make it in a very, very, very healthy way, it's going to be very, very good for you because garlic is good for you. Well, apart from, the actual thing that it wards off evil spirits and it's used against vampires and Draculas, garlic, it has a whole lot of phytochemicals, and it's got full of antioxidants, very, very good for soaking up your cholesterol. So those of you who have cholesterol, try to include a whole lot of garlic into your diet, like using it in mostly anything. Use double of it, and you'll notice that it's very good for your cholesterol level. It's also very, 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 it's got a lot of anti-cancerous and anti-cancer properties. So you have to include garlic in your diet, which is very, very essential. Now, garlic bread is, very, very easy to make. Different people have different styles of making garlic bread. Now, here I've got the French bread or the baguette, which is very apt for this specific garlic bread, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it, and you're going to enjoy it. Like I said, for our garlic bread, we need French bread or French loaf. This is called a French loaf or a baguette. Baguette means bread in French. Now, any type of bread will do, but this is the best bread for the authentic garlic bread. Now, first of all, we need what else? Garlic. Now, I already have garlic which has been pasted or crushed. Well, this is around a teaspoon. So for this, for one baguette, or one whole French loaf, you'll need 1 teaspoon. So usually, like I said, there are different ways of making the garlic bread. Different chefs make it different ways, or different people have different ways of making it. Now, this is my particular way, okay? First of all, what we need is some aluminum foil, okay? Because there are 2 processes in it. First of all, let's just keep this right here. Okay. Now, actually, before that, okay, I'm just going to light the fire. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I am going to actually cook the garlic in a little bit of butter and olive oil. Now, if you're very health conscious, like I usually don't go for a butter, I just go for olive oil. But if you want it really tasty, butter is the best option. What we do here is a little bit of butter, okay? Just a bit of butter. And 1 teaspoon of, a crushed or, pureed garlic, okay? 1 teaspoon. And I'm just going to cook this, not until it's brown, just so that the raw taste of the garlic goes, okay? Now, there are people who don't do it, who just makes the soft butter and the raw garlic, spread it on the bread, and actually do the process. But I find that a bit overpowering. That is, I find the taste or the flavor of the garlic is a bit too strong that time. And to mellow it down a bit, just do a little bit of cooking. Okay. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil or any sort of oil you really want. Just a bit so that the butter will not burn. Now, instead of actually using the butter, you can always use the olive oil, just olive oil, and I use olive oil because it's very, very healthy for you. But if you want the taste, just a bit of butter and a little bit of olive oil, well, makes it totally awesome. Now, let this cook on low heat, and the garlic smell will come and fill the air. Meanwhile, let's deal with the bread, okay, or the baguette. And we need, well, a long piece. And what I'm going to do here is, well, let's take, which do you say? Should I take this one or this one? Take this one. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to slice the French loaf. Okay. Now for this, you need a serrated knife. Make sure this doesn't brown. Only the flavor, the raw taste of the garlic should, it should mellow down the raw taste of the garlic. So keep an eye on that, don't forget. What we do is we have to cut this in the middle, slice it down, okay? So you can only do it because this, you can hear, it's very hard. It's a very hard, it has a very hard crust. Inside it's soft. So let's see how to deal with it. Be careful. Don't slice your fingers. Okay. And there you go. You have it in, well, round about half. It's sliced in half, okay? Now, what we do is cook up for a while. It's okay. It takes a bit of time though. Anyway, now what we do is just spread it. Just spread this on. Okay. Once this is cooked, don't let it brown. Mine has browned a bit. Okay. Don't worry. Just need to spread this along. There are lots of options. Like what I am going to do is I am going to add mozzarella and parmesan cheese. Now, if you're not going to do that, you have to add salt at this stage. Salt and pepper at this stage. And I might as well add a bit, just a bit. Okay. And pepper, all according to your own taste. Okay. Just a bit for the spice, for the heat. Then you can add parsley. Now, this is again optional, but it adds to the visual appeal. Just a bit. Not necessary. Now, if you don't have parsley, dried parsley, you can add oregano. Okay, there's no problem. If you don't have both, forget about it. You don't have to use it. Then what you do is, let's put this aside. What you do is, now we have to, usually what people do is they just toast this or grill this in the broiler or the grill, under the grill. What I'm going to do is, my method is different. I'm going to close this back, okay? And I'm just going to wrap this up. And I'm going to bake this for around 10 minutes. This will ensure that the outside becomes nice and crispy and the inside remains soft. So we need to, well, preheat the oven, which I didn't do, but it's okay. I'm going to bake this just like this for around, keep it at 200 for around 10 minutes, and then I'll come back for the rest. Now, as I said, it has baked around, it's been baking for around 10 minutes. It's just to, now I do this mainly just to crisp up the edges, and the inside will remain soft, just like a real garlic bread. But don't worry, because there is one more process. We have to grill it again to toast it up. So we have got another process to do. First of all, we just open this up. Nice smell. And look at the beautiful specks of parsley. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, the next thing what we do is you add mozzarella, okay, in a real garlic bread. Now, you can skip this if you do not want cheese, or if you don't get the cheese, or if you're too health conscious, you can skip this process and then do the third step, that is grill it, and like I told you. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put the cheese, or grate in the cheese. And first of all, what I need, it's a mozzarella. Okay, mozzarella is just pizza cheese. And then there is a cheese called parmesan. Okay, parmesan is an Italian cheese which used in pastas and everything. If you don't have it, just use normal mozzarella or pizza cheese. Okay, just grate it on. Like I said, this step is optional. If you do not want the cheese, don't add it, but it has a lovely pizza effect, and I don't know why you would want to omit this step. This is a lovely, I mean, it'll once it's grilling under the griller or the broiler, it's actually going to sizzle up and bubble up, and it's going to be lovely and melty and gooey and absolutely lovely. Wonderful. Now, instead of the pepper, okay, you can actually mince in half green chili, or even one green chili. Okay, or if you want red pepper, you can even add that. I mean, I don't keep garlic bread just like that. I use everything possible. There's another option, I grate in some paneer. I'll show you that in a different episode, which is totally yummy, but it's a different process entirely, and you don't actually use the parsley. Instead of that, use cilantro. Okay, so this is yummy and done. All depends upon how much you really want, whether you want more cheese, less cheese, all up to you. If you want to skip it, skip it. Now, the parmesan. Okay. Now, the parmesan is actually a very salty cheese. So, if you're adding parmesan, you have to be very, very careful not to add too much salt in the first process. Notice I added only a little salt. That's because this is salty. So if you actually add salt in that and then salt in this, gosh, it's going to be really salty. And you're going to end up with too much or end up with a very, very salty garlic bread. Now, this is done perfectly. What you have to do, you don't close it up. We have to keep it open, okay? And we have to grill it, okay? Or broil it. Okay. Now, for that, what you have to do is, I'll show you exactly what to do. You have to heat the oven to 200, okay, and keep it on grill mode, or the broiler mode. That's the top grill, okay. The top grill in mine is like so, and then my top grill will actually be on, switched on, okay. I'll take this grill out, or the rack out, and keep it out here. It's hot. And then what I do is carefully put this on to the oven rack, okay, and don't close it, just leave it like that. Take it back, this is hot. Take it back carefully, and we're going to grill this, okay. So for that, what we need to do is put it on the top rack of your oven. The top rack is this. So I'm going to put it on the top rack of my oven. Okay. Now once that's done, close the oven door. Usually you keep, for cakes and baking all the stuff, you keep it in the middle rack. Here we're going to grill it, so I kept it on the top rack, and the top grill is on, switched on. So now after 10 minutes, or how much ever, it has to be well golden and bubbling, just like a pizza. After that, we'll come back and see what's happening. It must be done. Come on, let's see. Yes, it's done well, perfect. Oh yes, it's gorgeous. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that beautiful golden look. You can see the cheese is all melted, and the crust has become, outside it's become really brown, and it's got a gorgeous outside crust, and inside it's very soft and gooey. Okay, absolutely lovely. Now what you have to do is you have to keep this, it has to cool for 10 minutes. I know it's very, very tempting to eat as soon as possible, but what you have to do is you have to wait for at least 10 minutes so that it has to cool down. Once it's cooled down, you can slice it diagonally. You could serve it with pasta, or you could serve it with soup, as anything. If you have, minced chicken, or minced beef or something, you can put it on top of that and have it as a meal. So it's all up to you. Just take this out and just slice it. Now you can hear the sound. It's really crusty outside, but inside it's very soft. So you do need a serrated knife. It's ridiculously crispy outside and beautifully soft inside. Then all you need to do is just assemble it. And your garlic bread is done. You can serve with this pasta or soup, or whatever you like. Gorgeous, wonderful, and totally your favorite. Don't forget to make it.